Hello Stamper, welcome to France's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm going to show you how to use one color and do watercolor. It's going to bleed. Some call them self-watercoloring. Well, this is not really self-watercoloring because we're going to use a different color. So you're going to have a bit of bleeding, but I'm going to show you a tip. So I'm still going to call this one color watercolor pretty much because we don't have the black or the emboss. I'm going to try to come to a name before I download this. So I'm going to show you on watercolor and on shimmer cardstock. Shimmer cardstock, it's much easier. And then I will have another similar technique with that using the marker so we get different tone there. That's coming up too shortly. So I'm going to use Inland Indigo, and this one was Fresh Fig. That one was Fresh Fig. So I started with these here. We're going to go ahead and stamp on Hello on watercolor paper. I'm doing the watercolor paper because that one is a lot more tricky, and you will see why in a minute. So I'm going to stamp that right here. Give a good push here. Let's remove this. Okay, you see how it's all like not filled? That is because it is a watercolor paper. This one, I didn't do nothing else to it, and you see it's a lot better fill. So it depends the look that you go for. Both of them are perfectly fine. Now, if you want less bleeding, I got some 70% alcohol not mix, just put pure in my spritz. I'm going to go about 12-inch. I have to move. You're going to barely see me in the camera because it's hard to have that in the camera. And this here, what it's going to do, it's going to stop a lot of the bleeding, the alcohol. We're going to let that dry. And then I'm going to finish this one here. So always have a rag by you. I'm having the aqua painter, and you want very little when you're going to do the aqua painter. So squeeze your ink pad, and we're going to color the flower. And I did it all in Daffodil Delight. And if you see, I'm barely touching my paper. If you touch a lot of the paper by where the ink is, yes, you're going to have some bleeding. But this is what it is if you don't emboss or if you don't use a waterproof ink. So this is just the regular ink. So it is water-based. So yes, it will bleed a bit. But I am not worried about that because I think I love this look with the mixing of the colors. And then for all the leaf, what I did a little bit of yellow of the daffodil on the leaf, and then we're going to come back. So that's how I done this one. Now I'm going to use the crushed curry and add a little bit darker of my yellow. Just because someplace I want to look like some shading, I'm just going to add a little bit more of the darker yellow. Not in the leaves though, just on the flower. I was going on the leaf, but really I just want to do on the flower. So I just add a little bit on the outline and where it's shaded already. Now I'm going to wipe that, and you can blend it where you don't have the blue. You can blend it more, but you don't want to go and do completely wash, because then the yellow and the blue, you would have it perfectly green there. So you see now that is done. For the leaf, after I put the yellow, I went ahead and put some of the green, and I'm using Old Olive. I tried some with Pierre Pizzazz. It was almost too light. So now I'm adding just a little bit, like I said, of the old olive. And why do I put some yellow? I think the yellow really brings that leaf to life. If you look at the leaf, you see quite a bit of yellow in that. Here we go. This is done. So you can leave it that way. That is perfectly fine. But when it comes at the watercolor here on the watercolor paper, I'm going to show you one thing. So now I want to really have quite a bit of water. Not too much, but you know what? This pen is dry. One minute, I'm adding another pen here. Here we go. Just notice that pen was dry. Okay, let's make sure I get water on this brush here. So now what you want to do after you're done coloring your flower, you want to really blend even with the alcohol mist on it. If you put quite a bit of water, it will blend. Like I said, the alcohol won't stop completely the bleeding, but it stopped quite a bit. So here it is. So you really want to bring that more bright, and you can even use more ink. And again, squeeze this here. And you can have all your thing done here. I kept the whole knot done here, so you can see between the two. So now I would finish this. Okay, after you're completely done with this and it is dry, what you can do, it is to stamp again. So let's hope this is going to dry here. Let me bring the Stampin' jig. So now you want to make sure that you follow exactly the corner. In the Stampin' jig, the paper, one side it's rough, one side it's smooth. You want the smooth side facing up because that's going to wash it a lot easier. You can use any color ink. I'm using the same one so I don't have to wash my stamp. Make sure the corner of the plastic, it's reaching at the corner here. We're going to stamp our yellow, so the corner of the stamp go right inside here perfectly. And if you get a misty, that would work good. I don't have one. So now this, I can see this is not dry, so what I'm going to do is just tap it a little bit. We're going to take this, put it at the top, and if you get like a post-it note or temporary tape, whatever, you can always put that in the corner here like this, so then it won't move. So you know it won't move here. So I'm going to put that right at the top. You want to match it as much as possible. I got another technique you want to go off. This one you want perfectly right, perfect match here. That looked pretty slick to me. So now I'm going to bring this back right at the corner like what we done. Remove the plastic. And go down. Give a good impression. And remove. Et voila. So now you get all what was washed off a bit, and that it pretty much disappeared. It looked like it's all perfectly colored. So you get the choice using the Stampin' jig or not. Like I said, this one here, it's pretty much you don't have to. Watercolor, I would suggest that do the Stampin' jig. See, this one I didn't do it. This one I done it after I watercolor. So this is it, my friend, how to watercolor with stamping one color in water-based ink. That's what I'm going to call it, water-based ink watercolor. So I hope you enjoyed this, and again, for all the supply and the measurement, just visit my blog right above there. And this card here is going to be available in a class in the mail too in the month of July 2017. Thank you and have a lovely day, my friend. Bye bye for now.